Alright, welcome back. This is part 3, the Lost Arsenal. Get to the weapons factory. So the plan is to get some cool Iokath weapons and use that to surprise Empress Asina and spring her trap. And I guess that'll take us down to the next little area of Iokath. Not sure why, but this definitely feels like a daily area. There's just something about daily areas, like the way they're built, that reminds me of the black hole a little bit. Just the way the pathways are laid out. Kind of the industrial lift. There's a tram. I think it was more of a metro back in Corellia. Actually, that was the real Corellia, not Black Hole. Black Hole, you could see it from like Black Hole, but I don't think you could ride it from there. Alright, we are now at the Iokath Expanse. A little different architecture here. Some of those swarm droids you might remember from Knights of the Eternal Throne. Going to say it'd be nice if we could use one of those walkers, but I think you actually can. I'm pretty sure you actually can. You just have to do some dailies to farm things first. And you can also use them for PvP, but I don't believe we are currently in a PvP instance. And it's actually been so long I forgot how to change that, but not a big deal. There probably wouldn't be many people there anyway. Most people just tend to stay in the PvE instance I found. Which actually can make the PvP instance nice for like farming mats and things. If you're trying to avoid other people while doing that. Another one of these, and alright, let's use another speeder. Make things a little more interesting. So we showed off this one. I think this one is similar, but with actually it looks very similar. But I guess it's a little different. And we won't ride it far, because that is not what I meant to do. Because there is a area right here. Alright, I might just kind of start running towards our next location. Keep these guys tied to dots. Alright, there we go. Hey, there's the speeder. Okay, so, as I was saying before, this is from one of the previous seasons of Ranked, I forget which one. Best flourish ever! You can turn the headlight on and off. Which is cool, don't get me wrong. I do like there actually is a flourish to it, that's kind of nice. It's just kind of one of those, like, I don't know, funny flourishes as opposed to being cool. I wish the pirate ship had a flourish, but I think that was released before flourishes came out. That's kind of just like an epic, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Whatever, we're going there now. And I suspect these guys are going to follow me forever, so I guess I should probably just kill them. That way I can get out of combat and use the speeder. The pirate ship is at least kind of cool in like a trolly way, like, hey, I'm riding a giant pirate ship. They made that little bell sound anytime you mounted on it. That at least made me laugh. Whereas some of these mounts just make me want to cry. Can we avoid these three guys? Will they see us? I'm not a stealther, unfortunately. But apparently I'm sneaky enough. That's kind of cool. Transparent walkways. I want to hug this wall, sort of like the city in Scum and Villainy. And again, it seems to have worked. I feel like we could be taking on droids on Iokath all day long. There are probably, I think, literally trillions of droids on this planet, so this could be like the infinite Let's Play, if the game were that realistic. But thankfully it's not, and at least there aren't that many droids in this sector. Just some maintenance droids which get angry when we get too close. I'm just going to attack this guy, because I feel like he would have attacked me anyway, and at least I could use my proc then. It's a little late on my interrupt there. Is that guy aggroed? He's right there. No, he's not. Now he is. I'm not going to get that reputation item. I don't care about it quite that much. I think we are almost there. Are we going up or down from this way? Guess we're going over here. Oh, I see. I wonder if like all the trams connect. Like, could we have just taken any tram to get there? It'd seem weird if you couldn't take like any tram to go to any other tram. Then again, I guess that is the way real metros work.
Malcolm briefed me on your plan to seize the weapon stockpile.
You would think with a planet like Iokath, though, being so huge,
Commander, I've received a transmission. It's heavily encoded, but it appears to be from Scorpio. She says only the gods can give us back full control of the Eternal Fleet. As to what that means, your guess is as good as mine.
Only the gods. I suspect that links to the operation, Gods from the Machine, of which there's currently one boss released, Type. And by the time you guys see this, I should have some fights both in story mode and 16-man story mode and hard mode up on the channel, so if you're interested in seeing that, go take a look. Although we only spent one night doing hard mode or veteran mode Type just for fun, and we didn't clear it because it is a very intense fight. It seems to be tuned for some pretty good gear. But it was still fun doing a completely new fight for a change. I'm looking forward to going back and doing the rest of it when we can. Whoa. Oh, okay, you get to become a power core. So this is sort of either a preview of the daily area or pretty much is the daily area then. Maybe I should read the codex, but I'm not going to. Load power. Oh, I have to grab a power core and then load it. So this is just like that boss fight. And I guess I have to get there before the rest of the droids do, because otherwise they steal my power cores. Is that the idea? Can I take their power core? Oh, you can. Sweet. Oh, that's kind of cool. But can they take it back? Oh, a new one spawned, right? I guess so. So I'm taking it to these things? No. I'm taking it in here. Also no. Alright, I am not getting the hang of this clearly. So you pick one up from there. Oh, over here, okay. One. Well, it's different at least, I'll give it that. Kind of reminds me a little bit of in Guild Wars 2 in Dry Top. There's that quest where you gather like supplies, and the Inquest is also trying to gather them, and you're taking them in different directions, and you can like, steal them from the Inquest, or kill the Inquest before they steal your supplies. It's a really cool quest. That is one thing that I think Guild Wars 2 did a much better job with. It's just the actual quests are, at least in many cases, some of them are generic too, but a lot of them are fairly unique and actually fun to play. As much as I love SWTOR and a lot of things about it, its combat system for one, most of the quests aren't really that entertaining.
Joe would be proud.
But at least this is different than every other, standard go places, kill things, pick up the things they drop, or click on blue items quest. Black Hole actually had a couple interesting quests as well. One where you had to like get the buff and run to the acid, or where you were avoiding the detection rays, whatever they were. In fact, I actually still remember them. Either means I just did them a lot, or that they were actually memorable. Maybe a little of both. But those guys died quickly. Maybe I don't know my own strength, or maybe there was some kind of mechanic there. But okay. I think we finally made it. Who is that? And what is that? And is he alive?
Is that what I think it is?
One of Iokath's original creators. Looks like it's been dead for centuries.
Let's hope it stays that way.
So actually, I know they mentioned a little bit about the history of Iokath. And I know it has obviously a relation to the Eternal Empire. I think this is where where the Eternal Fleet was made. I would assume so. In fact, I'm pretty sure of it. That was kind of the whole point of the episode. I really should go back and watch that again, because I've already forgotten most of the lore from it.
Even all this time later, I can still feel the agony of its final moments. Something horrible happened here.
Thanks for the nightmare fodder. All right, buddy. Let's see what you know about these weapons.
The droids rebelled against their creators, I'm pretty sure.
World, even blemished by ruin.
And soon it will belong to the Empire. The apparatus is almost complete. Unfortunately, the fragmented data has caused a few minor setbacks.
I expect it to be fully operational within the hour. No excuses.
Yes, Empress.
Victory is almost upon us. Soon our enemies will lie in ruin, and glory will be restored to the Sith Empire.
Jack.
It is kind of cool to see a new species, though, even if they're all dead. And I suspect they're not all dead, otherwise why would they have designed a unique model for them?
I'd say that's enough firepower to give Asina a run for her money.
Download every last file. We need to know how to use these weapons and how to build more of them.
Give me 1 minute. That's odd. Some of these files have already been decrypted and translated into BASIC.
We might have Scorpio to thank.
If she's listening, I wouldn't mind the temperature getting bumped up a few degrees. No?
Worth a shot.
All right, well, I can't blame a guy for trying. Huh. This place used to be the superweapons control room. Looks like our crispy friend here was the last one to use it. Over a millennia ago.
So what does it do?
Search the records for any signs of what wiped them out.
Looks like Iokath's creators were fighting a civil war. One side built the weapon, but something went wrong. The superweapon's more dangerous than we thought. It wiped out all life on this planet.
Wasn't what's his name, the enemy here, trying to do the same thing, wipe out all life, and we had to stop him in time during the quest, something like that. I wonder if this is the weapon he was trying to use, or if they're unrelated. Either way, though, between like the gods being here and the ancient ties to Zakul, there's definitely a lot of interesting lore surrounding this planet. I'm really glad they decided to build on it as their next installment.
What kind of weapon wipes out an entire species and leaves the droids to tend house?
Maybe a bioweapon, sentient programming? I'm not sure. Only one thing's for certain. According to this data, it was tested on 4 different planets before Iokath. All successful. Over 10 trillion lives gone. This isn't a weapon. It's the apocalypse.
It's quite a lot of lives. That means 1 trillion lives per planet. That's like Coruscant size. They must have had a pretty vast empire, I guess, in that case. And again, with this kind of technology, that wouldn't be too surprising. What is surprising is that we've never heard of them before. So it's kind of like a reverse ion cannon then, whereas ion weapons affect only machinery and droids. This affects only biological organisms, leaving the machinery intact. Yeah, sounds like one of those super weapons that's too dangerous for anybody to have, which is usually the case.
A weapon that powerful can't be trusted with anyone, not even the Eternal Alliance. We need to find and dismantle it piece by piece.
The sooner the better. There. I've downloaded arsenal blueprints, fusion matrices, everything our army needs to gear up with the latest and greatest Iokath weaponry. Now, let's get out of here before...
Too late.
that happens.
Suppose it wouldn't be much of a quest without a boss fight. Or what passes for one at least. And I used Nidrinal. Whoops. Force of habit. Oh, okay. Zapped by things now. Gotta keep moving, I guess. Don't know what these things do, but it's probably good to destroy them. Maybe they prevent him from using his special attack thing? He hasn't used it since. Alright. Any loot? No loot. Oh well.
Commander, Commander, we've received your intel. I'm dispatching teams to secure the rest of the weaponry.
Meet me at Malcolm's base. It's about time we take the fight to the Empire.
I'll see you there. And I have something to discuss once
Here,
you arrive.
this'll help.
Lana out.
Well, that's not ominous or anything. These droids do seem to blow up the second you touch them. Or not. Just to make a liar out of me. Still can't mount here. Some more Iokath loot. I will say the fact that they gave it unique loot here actually makes it worth grabbing. If it was just like credits and stuff to sell for credits, it would be as useless as, you know, getting junk pretty much anywhere. But the fact that there's rep and these little token things that seem to do something wherever they are. These things. Power shards. Are they, where do they go? Do they just go in here? They do. Alright, I wonder if they're legacy. 100,000. I hope they're legacy, because that's a lot of shards. And I expect those are used to, like,
never did anything for you.
to use walkers and things. I think if you get a lot of those and then something from the thing from the op as well, you can actually control a version of Tithe, the operations boss, which is pretty cool. I wonder if they might even do that for all the bosses. What's this? Command transporter. It's not part of the quest, as far as it says, so why is it marked on the map? This is the place. Oh, okay, it's just marking the transporters, I guess. I'm pretty sure one of these... Is that the op through there? I don't even remember. Might be. But regardless, that is not where we're heading today, or tonight, or this morning. We need to go over here. Fractal power go. Wish you could like climb up walls like Obi-Wan did. Downstairs or upstairs? I always say it's better to go upstairs because then you can usually just jump down if you need to go down later, but you can't just go right back up if you need to go up. I think downstairs might be the way to go. Let's aggro everything on this level first. Alright, so I guess you can go back up. We don't need to though, we need to go down. Maybe that walker will be nice and finish off those droids following us. Alright, good. We broke combat. Let's use force speed. Quite a lot of walking, or in this case, speedering. Oh, wonder what's through there. Looks cool. More tubes.
Commander, we need to talk.
Time's short, Lana. What's on your mind?
You said it yourself. How did the Empire, the Republic, and the Eternal Alliance all find the superweapon within minutes of each other?
The timing's too perfect. It can't be a coincidence.
Exactly. We were acting on intel from an anonymous source. And it turns out so was the Republic.
What's your point?
I cross-referenced both sets of data and they're identical. I'm confident the Empire received the same intel. Whoever tipped us off wanted everyone to clash over the superweapon. They wanted to start a galactic war.
To say so, either we have a new enemy out there, a common enemy, which sounds like something that this game and all MMOs, I assume, tend to do. At least any MMO with factions. You have to find some way to unite them against a common enemy, or at least pit them against a common enemy, so that you can make content where you fight that enemy as opposed to making two sets of content. I always thought it would be really cool, though, to have like an operation like boarding a Republic ship or an Imperial ship. And I mean, they'd have to make some changes, obviously, like replacing the enemies, but it would really just be like reskinning the enemies, because it could be the same mechanics, same, everything except the aesthetics of it and the appearance, but not something they've done, at least as of yet.
Scorpio's in control of Iokath now. Could she have done this?
I'm not sure how Scorpio would benefit, but she's on my list. The Shroud would normally be a suspect, but we've already cracked that mystery. And then there's Darth Jadis, or a rogue agent inside the Republic SIS.
Let's not rule out Sith intelligence.
The point is, there are too many suspects to count.
Find me a name.
I'm on it, Commander.
About to say, right now she's like throwing out just random people. A rogue agent inside the SIS. Which she does not
Commander,
like, I presume.
Meet the Nova Strider. She's outfitted with the Iokath tech you recovered. Should be a worthy ride to help you lead our charge against the Empire.
Looks pretty similar to every other walker I've seen, but okay. I'll take your word for it.
I can think of no better way to face the tide of our enemies.
May it stand as strong as our alliance.
Incoming call.
Empress Asina, have you called to surrender?
On the contrary, Commander. While you were gallivanting across Iokath, my engineers discovered a back door into the superweapon. Once they've gained access, we will turn the weapon against you and win this war for the Empire.
Nice of you to let us know first. Also, Darth Jadis, that's not a name I've heard in a long time. I actually forgot he was still out there. At least I think he is. It's been forever since I played the Agent storyline. But that'd be a cool twist if he came back and was the source behind this.
There's no way you bypass the defenses so quickly.
Cling to denial if you must.
This isn't a game, Asina. If you activate that weapon, thousands will die.
But I'll save millions of Imperials from the fury of the Eternal Fleet. Surely that's a cause worthy of sacrifice, Agent Beniko. Good day, Commander.
If we move quickly, we can stop Asina before she activates the superweapon.
The walker is yours, Commander. Lead us to victory!
I still think either she's bluffing for some reason or just trying to buy herself time, or I don't know. Why would she tell us that, about her plans? Why not just do it and, not give us a chance to stop her? Anyway, it seems like we are on a new quest now, Showdown on Iokath, maybe the final quest then. So I'm going to end this episode here, and when we come back, we will march on the Imperial forces and hopefully end this thing once and for all. See you guys then.